The Hall of Fame introduction night felt really special this year. There is something heartwarming about seeing LeBron's greatest ally and a foe in Chris Bosh and Paul Pierce making it into the Hall of Fame. It speaks volumes of James's competition he had to face back in the days. Also, I'm glad to see the Detroit Pistons legend Ben Wallace, one part of the Chicago Bulls three-peat Tony Kukoc, multiple times NBA All-Star Chris Webber, and WNBA icons Yolanda Griffith and Lauren Jackson taking the Hall of Fame ring home. Congratulations to these prominent vets. Thanks for all you have done for this league and the development of basketball in general. Now, let's talk about the future. And not just about the future, but about the Golden State Warriors 2022 NBA season, which might be crucial for this beloved franchise. In my previous videos, we have already discussed how solid the Warriors bench is as of now, and how the young guard Jordan Poole might become the leading force of the second unit. Today, we will discuss one of the most consistent players on the Golden State Warriors, Andrew Wiggins. We will talk about his value to the team and why I think he might be a game changer in future seasons with the Dubs. Also, I would really like to hear your opinion, as I'm very curious about what you, my dear subscribers, NBA fans, and just passing by viewers, think about the Dubs' future. Now grab some snacks, get yourself comfortable, and enjoy this video. But before that, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell to get updates on our latest NBA content. Let's keep rolling. Mr. Consistent. The name of this guy hasn't really been mentioned as much as it should, as this guy is currently on a roll, showing significant improvements year after year with the Golden State team. And when I say significant, I really mean it, as this man turned out to be a diamond in disguise for the Warriors. This man is highly praised not only by Dub Nation, but also by his fellow players and the Golden State front office, which says a lot. In his second season with the Dubs, Andrew Wiggins has made the most of his second chance in the NBA. After being called a failure for years, the former #1 overall draft selection has seemingly found a home with the Golden State Warriors. Last season, Wiggins was one of the most important factors in leading the Dubs to the play-in tournament. He shined in every aspect of the game, erasing his reputation and providing him with a clean slate to start with. The best is yet to come for Andrew Wiggins, who will need another strong season with the Golden State Warriors to cement his place in the team's starting lineup. And believe me, we do need his contribution, as without him it would become twice as hard on both sides of the court for the Dubs. Let's start with an overlooked yet very important stat line for this Golden State Warriors player. Number 1. In the 2020-2021 NBA season, Andrew Wiggins played an astonishing 71 out of 72 games, missing only one game. That's the way to stand for your nickname. Wiggins is not only consistent, but he is also reliable, and that is actually a crucial thing in today's NBA. Andrew Wiggins plays smart, without over-relying on his freakish athleticism, and his game-played statistics prove just that. There are almost no players who can match Wiggins' consistency in terms of being available to play on the court. Number 2. The team's best perimeter defender. Last season, Wiggins was frequently called upon to cover other teams' top perimeter scorers. His physical tools combined to make him a natural-born defensive stopper. Andrew became an elite defender with the Warriors, and it seems like the sky is the limit for this truly gifted player. Wiggins has never shied away from taking on rival players, and Kawhi Leonard is no exception. Draymond Green's effect is illustrated at its finest when we are talking about Andrew's defensive game with the Golden State Warriors. Wiggins also pumped his numbers up, averaging 1.0 blocks and 0.9 steals per game, marking the third time in his career that he has had at least one block per game. From a defensive viewpoint, this young man's combination of length and timing has worked wonderfully. Any guard, tall or small, suffers against Wiggins' defensive efforts, which, when paired with his outstanding offensive skills, makes him a dangerous two-way player. Speaking of offensive skills, let's move on to the next point. Number 3. Andrew Wiggins is the team's second scoring option. I'll be honest with you, in the middle of the previous season, I wasn't sure about Wiggins' contributions to the offensive game of the Golden State Warriors. But now I am completely sure that Wiggins is currently the second best player on the Golden State Warriors in terms of the all-around game. This man is a bucket, and he proved it by finishing the season with an average of 18.6 points per game, a career-high 47.7% field goal percentage, and a solid 38% from beyond the arc, also a career high. Wiggins not only had an influence on the game as a disruptor, but he also found greater success as an offensive player than ever before. He flourished as a supporting player rather than a go-to scorer. Wiggins scored the most points in his career last season on assisted three-point field goals. He's evolved into a type of stretch player for the Dubs. Wiggins has certainly demonstrated a penchant for hitting timely shots when they are most needed. Wiggins typically takes advantage of the defender drifting away from him as a result of penetration, cutbacks, or additional possessions from the offensive boards. Opponents, ironically, rarely regard him as an instant stretch threat, a decision Wiggins has frequently made opponents regret by hitting three-point shot after three-point shot over their heads. The majority of Andrew's threes have come off the catch, and while Wiggins has a slightly higher success rate on pull-up threes, the percentages are not that far apart. Last season was an outlier for Andrew in comparison to his previous 6 seasons, as he shot less than 35% from distance in all but the 2020-2021 NBA season. He's also been pushed to increase his catch-and-shoot production to career highs, connecting on 38.5% of roughly 4 tries per night. Wiggins also fits in well with the Warriors' motion system, often using his quickness to catch opponents off guard on cutbacks. Number 4. Being one of the most reliable players on the team. Combine Wiggins' reborn attitude to play for the Golden State Warriors, a team that seems to be his new home, with his consistency in terms of health and overall performances, and you will get a player any franchise would absolutely love to have. I have high hopes for Andrew Wiggins, not only because he shows potential, but also because he has one of the humblest personalities in the entire league. This man shows a genuine passion for the game he plays. He shows respect and looks up to his fellow players on the Golden State Warriors team, and it is definitely a great thing for both the Dubs and all of Dub Nation. His once awful contract starts to seem more and more reasonable as he truly shows the glimpse of a player he was once prophesized to become. Sure, there is not a single player in the history of the game who is perfect, except Michael Jordan. He is not human. And Andrew Wiggins is not an exception. Andrew lacks playmaking skills, and his play style might not be aggressive enough to hit that 20 points per game mark next season, but if he does, then we will have a solid pillar for the Golden State Warriors for years to come. Also, there is always a question about Klay Thompson's return and what Steve Kerr will decide to do with the starting unit. Even in this case, I still believe that Andrew Wiggins will get a significant number of minutes, as he has proved that he truly lives up to his Mr. Consistent nickname. And what's your opinion? Do you think that Andrew Wiggins is an important player for the Warriors? Do you think that the Dubs should keep Wiggins in the starting unit next season, even if Klay Thompson returns? Do you think that Wiggins will improve next season or not? Tell me what you think in the comments down below, and once again, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button to catch up with the best NBA content. If you liked this video, make sure to watch my other videos about recent NBA news and rumors. Thank you for watching.